Good morning. Have you ever heard the saying, the light's on, but nobody's home? It's kind of a derogatory statement about someone who maybe they're there physically, but they're not there emotionally, or they're not there mentally. The light is on, there's a light, but nobody's home. It kind of reminds me of today's message with Job, where he's asking, where is God? Lights on, but no one's home. I see the world, but I don't see God in it. Good morning, I'm Pastor Rini. Welcome to 747 Morning Inspiration. We're finishing up the book of Job and working through chapters 22 to 24. And this morning, in our reading, Eliphaz, again, one of the three friends of Job, basically again goes at him, boom, tells him how wicked he is. He's just getting punished by God because he is so wicked. It's everything that's happened to him is his own fault. And now the response in 22 and 23 by Job is that basically I'm searching for God and God is nowhere to be found. And we have all heard that statement. Why do bad things happen? Why does God let the innocent get taken advantage of? And Job is now trying to take this bad information from his friends, and he's trying to have a conversation with God, but he's feeling like there's no one listening and God is not present. And all of us know how that feels sometimes. Let me just read to you a couple of scriptures from chapter 23. And Job, after Eliphaz just rips into his friend and tells him how wicked he is, Job says, behold, I go forward, but God is not there, and backward, and I do not perceive him. This is at verse 8 and verse 9. On the left hand, when he is working, I do not behold him. He turns to the right hand, and I do not see him. But he knows the way that I take. When he has tried me, I shall come out as gold. My foot has held fast to his steps. I have kept his way, and I have not turned aside. So he continues to stress the fact that God has left him. God is not present. The world is here, but God is not showing himself, but he's doing something. He's just not doing anything with me. And in the end, he's telling his friend Eliphaz, hey, in the end, God will find me pure like gold. So he's still struggling with this whole bad things happening to good people. And he feels like when God reveals himself, I will be found righteous. And then he goes on again to talk about how unfair the world is and wondering, where is God? Why is the light of God not shining in a wicked, broken world? And why does he allow bad things happen? He says in chapter 24, verse 8, the poor have no covering in the cold. They are wet in the rain of the mountains and cling to the rock for lack of shelter. They're homeless. They have no clothing. They're freezing. Verse 9, there are those who snatch the fatherless child from the breast, and they take a pledge against the poor. They take the fathers out of the house because they can't pay their bills. 10, they go about naked, without clothing, hungry. They carry the sheaves. Among the olive rows of the wicked, they make oil. They tread the wine presses, but suffer first. From out of the city, the dying groan, and the soul of the wounded cries for help. Yet God charges no one with wrong. So he's just saying, look, God is allowing this bad stuff to happen. He doesn't come against those people that cause this brokenness. He's not doing anything about it. So again, he is in his pain, in his suffering, with the attacks from his friends. He is crying out to God, you works, I know you're working, I know you're alive, I know you're here, but as far as I can tell, no one's home. I don't see you. Why aren't you protecting these children? And it is again him processing in writing the emotional pain of what he has endured and gone through. And I think we can all, again, appreciate his feelings because we've all had times where things have happened and we're like, God, why haven't you delivered me? Why haven't you taken care of me? Why am I so discontent with my life? We've all had these same issues as Job. And then he goes on in verse 21, they wrong the barren, childless women, and do no good to the widow. Yet God prolongs the life of the mighty by his power. They rise up when they despair of life. He gives them security, and they are supported, and his eyes are upon their ways. And then in verse 24, he says this. They are exalted. This is talk about the wicked. The wicked. They are exalted a little while, and then they are gone. They are brought low and gathered up like all the others. They are cut off like the heads of grain. Verse 25. If it is not so, who will prove me a liar and show that there is nothing in what I say? So what's he getting to there? He ends this statement with his belief that even though he can't see God, he knows God is there, but he can't quite see him working. He knows there is brokenness in the world. He knows there is suffering in the world. He is frustrated that the evil people seem to be doing well. He even, in the midst of that frustration and being attacked by his friends, he finishes by his faith in God. That the evil will only rise up for a little while, and then they're gone. God will bring the unrighteous low. He will cut them off, like he cut the grain off the top of a piece of wheat. But if he doesn't do that, then he will make me a liar, and then I will have lived for nothing. So he still is he's trying to state he has faith in God. He knows God will make things right, but he thinks that God has to openly destroy the evil and the wicked to prove that he is righteous. And this is where we struggle. Where is God? Because we don't appreciate that our limited capacity for understanding the eternal and our limited capacity for understanding the incredible, endless wisdom of God prevents us from seeing God's master plan. If you've ever watched a chess match with one of these brilliant chess players, and you're watching and wondering, why are they moving the pawn here? Why does the rook go there? Why are they sacrificing a queen? And we don't see their master plan, which is to win the game, to finally get the checkmate, to finally have their king be victorious. Well, we are living in an eternal chess match with the living God, and his king, Jesus, will be victorious. So I hope that helps you today. And we'll have a guest speaker tomorrow. And of course, join us on Saturday night, 4 to 5 p.m. 4 to 5 p.m. we have a Christmas Eve service at Valley Christian Center. Sunday we'll be live streaming. We'll be recasting the Saturday night service so you can be with your family. And then I'm excited when we get back. We're going to be starting our 21 days of fasting and prayer, and God is going to move mightily in you in 2023. Love you all. Have a great day, and Merry Christmas.